Okay, let's get it. Let's go green. I'll take my green unis. Now we're gonna make this kick against wind, and now we're good. It's on the mind. Showtime week 3, you know it.
Really wasn't that very different from the original Green New Deal. More taxes, more regulation, banning fracking, abolishing fossil fuel, crushing American energy, and economic surrender to China is a prescription for economic decline. President Trump and I will keep America growing. The V-shaped recovery that's underway right now will continue with 4 years of President Donald Trump.
Thank you very, very much, Vice President. And once again, you provided the perfect segue to a new topic, which is climate change. And Vice President Pence, I'd like to pose the first question to you. This year we've seen record-setting hurricanes in the south. Another one, Hurricane Delta, is now threatening the Gulf. And we've seen record-setting wildfires in the west. Do you believe, as the scientific community has concluded, that man-made climate change has made wildfires bigger, hotter, and more deadly, and have made hurricanes wetter, slower, and more damaging? We have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Susie. Well, first, I'm very proud of our record on environment and on conservation.
Over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately,
Yo, it's good. Right now. Yeah, let's get it. I have to put my audibles in right now. Let's get it. Ross is the only thing I'm probably gonna worry about deep.
Now, with regard to climate change, the climate is changing. The issue is.
Alright, right now, here's what I know. It's either gonna be a Ross little deep throw. Come on with that. Yo, you want to throw this one to Ross? That's an overthrow. Okay, we like that.
They imposed their Green New Deal, which would crush American energy, to increase the energy costs of American families and their homes, and literally would crush Americans.
I'm now gonna run. Here's my. I'm gonna run Mandy. I want him, and I'm gonna go over top.
Because we have a strong free market economy. You know what's remarkable is.
Let's get it. I need a stub. Let's go get it. Cover Street Sky. What's she gonna come out right now? Oh, okay, I know he wants to run here. Throw another cover 2 at him. I'm gonna drop one back. I'm gonna come out in, and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take away. Oh my gosh, Ross just torched my secondary. I thought that was a pick. How did that Ross go?
We're actually steering toward a stronger and better environment. With regard to wildfires,
Let's see how many people watching right now.
forest management has to
None.
be funded. So, even Governor Gavin Newsom from your state has agreed we've got to work on forest management. With regard to hurricanes, the
Let's get it.
National Oceanic Administration tells us that actually, as difficult as they are, there are no more hurricanes today than there were 100 years ago.
Let's get it.
But many of them climate
Marquise Goodwin.
hurricanes and wildfire to try and sell the bill of goods of the Green New Deal.
Alright, well, let's get this game working right now. Can he stop
Senator Harris, as the Vice President mentioned, you co-sponsored
this play?
Congress. But Vice President
What's
Biden
good,
said in last
fam?
week's debate that he does not support the Green New Deal.
Still no one.
But if you look at the Biden-Harris,
Let's get it. AP.
The Green New Deal as a crucial framework. What
Get it
exactly
right now.
will be the stance of a Biden-Harris administration toward the Green New Deal?
Oh my gosh, Peterson, I needed you there. Needed Peterson there. Alright, let's come out and throw my big ball. It's Z spot and go to John Hightower. It's money. It's money every day of the week. Let's go Rager. Oh, this is Mankov. Rager. Moss is Rager. This guy's gonna be Rager. Good one's really good, nice. Yeah. What the heck? Oh my, that's such bull.
Are going to be about clean energy and renewable energy. Because you see, Joe understands that the west coast of our country
Okay, now I'm gonna throw spin pinch.
And so Joe believes, again, in science. I'll tell you something, Susan. I served when I first
Oh, come on.
the committee that
Snow's getting after me early. It's really good, nice. It's really smart of him. Taking shots at me deep.
And then took the phrase climate change off the website. We have seen a pattern with this
I'm gonna take away everything over top right now.
And Joe,
I'm gonna take away everything over top. I'm setting this heat.
Donald Trump, when asked about the wildfires in California, and the question was,
That's the pressure I needed. If I can get this pressure, this is good. I'm good.
So let's talk about who is prepared to lead our country over the course of the next 4 years on what is an existential threat to us as human beings. Joe is about saying we're going to invest that in renewable energy. It's going to be about the creation of millions of jobs. We will achieve net zero emissions by 2050, carbon neutral by 2035. Joe,
I'm gonna show it.
this has been a lot of talk from the Trump administration, and really it has been to go backwards and forward. We will also re-enter.
Yo, now it's 3. 3, 3, 3.
Senator Harris just said that
I'm gonna come out here and cover 3. Come out right here. Okay, I'm gonna run Tampa 2. Flipping Tampa cover 3 Sky. I'm gonna run him.
We'll follow the science. But once again, Senator
It's a
Harris
good drop. That's a drop.
is
Yeah, I'll be like that.
They're going to raise taxes on every American. Joe Biden said twice in the debate last week that on day one he was going to create tax cuts.
That's a great, good play.
$2,000 in tax relief to the average.
Okay, now, here's what I need. Oh, I called timeout for no reason. Okay. Okay, now, let's come out a week. Let's set up Miles Sanders. Now, let's set up Miles Sanders.
And as USA Today said, it's essentially the same plan as you co-sponsored.
Right now, I think I have to get this ring going.
And you just heard the senator say that she's going to resubmit America to the Paris Climate Accord. Look, the American people have always cherished our environment. We'll continue to cherish it. We've made great progress reducing CO2 emissions. The American
That's how we come back.
and the development of natural gas and fracking. We don't need a massive $2 trillion Green New Deal that would impose all the mandates on American businesses and American families. Joe Biden wants us to retrofit 4 million business buildings. It makes no sense. It will cost jobs. President Trump.
Thank you, Vice
Let's get it right now.
let's talk about that.
I'm sitting on a bit of a double-A gap. I'm gonna try to bait him into.
The president's trade war with China.
I'll try to bait him into a bad throw.
He lost it. What ended up happening?
Yeah, I like this defense right now.
Trade war with China.
Run.
America lost
Defense I can stop.
300,000 manufacturing jobs.
I like that.
Farmers have experienced bankruptcy because of it. We are in a manufacturing.
And now we're gonna try to hit him harder.
Because of it. And when we look
Oh yeah, now we're gonna pluck up.
there are estimates that by the end of the term of
Yeah.
this administration, they will
You like that?
have lost more jobs than almost any other presidential administration. And the American people know what I'm talking about. You know. I think about 20-year-olds. You know, we have a 20-year-old, a 20-something-year-old, who are coming out of high school and college right now, and you're wondering, is there going to be a job there for them? We're looking at people who are trying to figure out how they're going to pay rent by the end of the month. Almost American renters.
Oh wow, that's a nice throw.
At the end of the month. This is where the economy.
Okay, I'm gonna send the blitz right now. First step. Nah, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna wait on the blitz.
And the failure of leadership of this administration.
I'm gonna wait on the
Thank you,
blitz.
Senator Harris. Vice President, can somebody give just 15 seconds to respond, because then I want to move on.
Well, I'd love to respond.
The extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for my blitz right now.
Communist China through the last several decades. And again, Senator Harris, your entire opinion is not your own facts. When Joe Biden was vice president, we lost 200,000
okay.
jobs.
Right now, I don't like to play man, to be honest. I gotta send Heat when the Heat. Right now, I think the Heat could get really through.
This administration saw 500,000
I think this ball, this blitz can get through.
continue to see as we bring our nation through
Thank you,
this
Vice
pandemic. Green New Deal, massive mandate, the Paris Climate Accord, it's going to kill.
Oh wow, it's a nice ball.
Just like it killed
It's a really nice ball. Oh.
15 seconds.
Yo.
Thank you.
Alright, let's get it. Let's see what else do I got. So I need to get the rules out. Oh, hey, yo, let's come out here. I'm gonna throw a 4-3.
We have as our next topic. We have no
Right now, I'm gonna come out cover 4. I'm gonna flip out no cover.
It is a huge market for
I can force another 3. I know that.
potential partner in
No, I can force another 3 against him.
And in a video tonight, President Trump
No, I
blamed
can't.
it for the coronavirus, saying China will pay. Vice President Pence, how would you
What's
describe
4 when slant in? And now we have a good
relationship
campaign.
with China? Competitors, adversaries, enemies? You have 2 minutes.
Wow, that's a nice play. Alright, it's inside the 5. I'm sending the Heat.
You know, everybody knows that NAFTA cost literally thousands of American factories.
I'm sending up pinch buck. We're gonna send it.
President Trump fought to renegotiate NAFTA. And the United States, Mexico, Canada, Greenland, found the law of the land.
Yes, sir.
Deserve to know.
And now we got put a lot of ball in there now.
The Senate to vote against the USMCA. It was a huge win for American.
You know what? Let's gap saw.
It was a huge win for American farmers, especially
Ooh, he's scared.
in the Midwest. But Senator, you said you were climate
I form. I think I'm gonna gaps A. Now I'm gonna gaps B. I'm gonna gaps A.
ahead of American auto workers and ahead of American jobs.
That should have been in. That should have been a tackle.
Newsweek magazine said that
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a game. So I can't play D. Yo, anyone watching this? No one.
In the United States Senate. So, now with regard to China, look, Susan, first and foremost, China is still going for the economy. And President Trump is not happy about it. He's made that very clear, made it clear again today. And China and the World Health Organization did not play straight with the American people. They did not let our personnel into China to get information on the coronavirus in the middle of COVID. Fortunately, President Trump, in dealing with China from the outset of this administration, standing up to China that had been taking advantage of America for decades in the wake of Joe Biden's cheerleading for China, President Trump made that decision before the end of January.
Alright, let's get it, Raider.
China. And again,
Next, now we're gonna try to see if I can maybe sure up a different play call.
in China. He said it was hysterical. He said
Thank you, Vice President.
the President Trump
Oh, this run game's way open. It's so wide
Thank you,
open.
Vice President.
Right now, I think the screen's gonna be a big key in this game.
hold China accountable for what they did to America with the coronavirus.
5 wide, I love it.
And here's something to ask you the same question that I asked the Vice President.
Alright, Raider, if
Our fundamental
Mo got
relationship
blitzes.
with China. Are we competitors, adversaries, enemies?
I told you, if it's
You'll
open,
have 2
Raider.
minutes uninterrupted.
Alright, now I'm gonna try to buy him to the draw. Try to buy the draw. Gotta make him buy the draw quick.
American lives, American jobs, and American standing.
Alright, now we're gonna run
that President Trump has had
subs. I don't need a D'Artagnan's.
accomplishment
Watkins.
achieved by
I
President
kinda want another guy in there.
For example,
I'll go Hightower.
created within the White House.
Ortega. I want here Raider.
It was
I
responsible
want
for
Hightower, and I want
They got away. They got
Watkins
rid of
here.
it.
I think that's all I need.
Was
White stick. I like white stick.
disease
It's really a quick.
that President Obama and Vice President Biden dispatched to
Now we're gonna streak. Pull it, and then I'm gonna run him.
what is
Yeah.
now predictable and what might happen. They pulled them out. We now are looking at 210,000 Americans have lost their lives. Let's look at the job situation. We mentioned before the trade deal, the trade war, they wanted to call it, with China. It resulted in the loss of over 300 manufacturing jobs and a manufacturing recession. And the American consumer paid thousands of dollars more for goods because of that failed war that they called it. Then let's talk about Sandy. Pew, a reputable research firm, has done an analysis that shows that leaders of all of our formerly allied countries have now decided that they hold in greater esteem and respect.
I need to force a turnover.
The head of the Chinese Communist Party.
Alright, let's go. I need a big turnover right now. I think right now the best play is I'm gonna stay up in this. I'm gonna go here. Alright, right now I need to go force a turnover. Big turnover I need to get forced right now is out of Tampa 2.
Anti-force times do change.
Let's land side on this guy. Okay, I'm gonna drop him back into a middle 3.
We've seen strange with our traditional allies in NATO and elsewhere. What is your definition of the role of American leadership?
Oh, okay. That's my next guy I need to take away. He's almost my first guy I want to take away now.
A lot of these issues, and Joe, I think he said it quite well. He says, foreign policy.
And now instead of it, I'm just like outside.
Relationships. Think about it as relationships.
Now we're gonna stay on Ross.
You gotta keep your word to your friends. You gotta be loyal to your friends. People who stood with
That's
you,
not
you gotta stand with them.
We like sending heat. When in doubt. I want to send 4 right now.
But what we've seen,
so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop one guy to a. I'm gonna drop him.
Betrayed our friends and embrace dictators around the
Wow.
world. Let's take
I thought Strike Spy would have had that covered up. Maybe not.
Russia, I serve on the Intelligence Committee of the United States.
It's gonna be another.
America's intelligence.
Alright, let's go here. Now I'm gonna go over top
Russia
defense.
interfered in the election of the President of the United States in 2016.
I'll take away.
And in 2020. Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, said the same.
Come on, this is a good team who can run the ball. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna send the heat right now. I think I got some heat. I gotta go force zone. I gotta go force.
You look at our friends at NATO. Who walked away from agreements.
Thank God, I'll take that. I'll force him one.
Which now has put us in a position where we are less safe.
I like running bear coverage.
What might end up being a significant nuclear arsenal.
I'm gonna run this.
You know, guys, we were in the run this media with friends, with allies around the country, and because of Donald Trump's unilateral approach to foreign policy, coupled with his isolation,
Perfect.
he pulled
Perfect.
us out and has made America
Perfect.
safe. So, Susan, it's about relationships. And the thing that has always been part of the strength of our nation, in addition to our great military, is that we keep our word. But Donald Trump doesn't understand that, because he doesn't understand what it means to be honest.
Thank you, Senator Harris. Vice President, somebody give you a chance to respond.
Well, thank you. President Trump kept his word when we moved the American embassy.
I'm fine with that. 3's not good. 3's not good.
When Joe Biden was vice president, they promised to do that, and we did. We stood strong with our allies, but we've been demanding. NATO is now contributing more to our common defense than ever before, thanks to President Trump's leadership. We've strengthened our alliance across the Pacific.
Alright, jet sweep time? It's gonna be a little jet sweep going.
Yes, those who would do us harm. When President Trump came in, ISIS had captured an area of the Middle East the size of Pennsylvania. So President Trump unleashed the American military, and our armed forces destroyed the ISIS caliphate and took out their leader al-Baghdadi.
Let's get it. This run game, I think, is gonna be what's gonna win the games now.
And for the death of thousands, but not only America brought together the family of Katie Moore, the parents of which are here with us tonight in Salt Lake City. Today, 2 of the ISIS killers
I'm gonna hit the underfly. I like running the swings. I have 2 guys. Okay, no one. I had to throw that away.
When Joe Biden was vice president, we had an opportunity.
Alright, let's run. I'm gonna run the RPO.
It breaks my heart to reflect on it, but the military came into the Oval Office, presented a plan, they said they knew what Kayla was. Baghdadi had held her for 18
Oh, watch this.
accused her mercilessly before they killed her. But when Joe Biden was vice president, they hesitated for a month. When our forces finally went in, it was clear she
get
was
it.
2 days earlier. And her family says with a heart that broke the heart of every American, if President Donald Trump had been president, they believe Kayla would be alive today.
Thank you, Vice President.
I want to run one that I cannot run a flat too. So I'm gonna run this bunch one because now I actually have two really nice throws. Rich or Sanders.
Thank you, Vice President.
President Donald Trump got us out of the
Well, I got blocking here. Try to go under that. Now I think now we're gonna come out and I think I'm gonna come out and run.
America is safer, our allies are safer. We heard, President Donald Trump will never
Thank you, Vice President.
take action.
I would like to get
I'm trying to move a bit. Now we're trying to get this movement going.
topics we want to talk
But
about.
I would like equal time.
Yes, please go ahead.
First of all, to the Mueller family, I know about your daughter.
Alright, right now we're gonna flip it, and now I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do bunch again. Same play. I have so many stuff out of this I can
And she's
run.
never had.
Alright, right now
And I know Joe feels the same way.
I think what I'm gonna
And I
run
know that President Obama feels
is Rich Deep.
but
I'm
you know,
here,
it's
here,
all-
and now
that's
we're gonna get
what's
Rigger over top
So,
now.
after the strike on Soleimani,
Now he's gonna come over. Ooh.
on our
And
troops
he'll take
in
a.
Iraq,
Ooh. I knew he wasn't gonna come up and stop Marquise.
they suffered
Kinda already knew that.
serious brain injuries, and do you know what Donald Trump dismissed them as? Headaches.
He's gonna
And
come
this
over
is
top.
about a pattern of Donald Trump's, where he has referred
Oh, I don't like. I like what I see out of Rigger.
in our military
And I see
as
Hightower.
suckers and losers.
And I'm gonna run the middle where it's on Rigger deep. It's on Hightower on the fade.
And stood above
And yeah.
the graves of our fallen heroes and said, what's in it for them? Because of course, he only thinks about what's in it for him. Let's take what he said about John McCain, a great American hero. and Donald Trump says he doesn't deserve to be called a hero because he was a prisoner of war. Take very important when you want to talk about who is the current commander-in-chief and what they care about and what they don't care about. Public reporting that Russia has bounties on the heads of American soldiers. And you know what? If somebody puts a price on their head and they get paid if you are killed, and Donald Trump
Alright, let's keep out of this.
Vladimir Putin and never brought up the subject. Joe Biden would never do that. Joe Biden would put that Joe Biden would hold Russia to account for any threat to our nation's security or to our troops who are sacrificing their lives for the sake of our democracy and our safety.
Thank you, Senator Harris. This is such an important issue, but we have other important issues as well. And I want to make sure we have a chance to talk about
She has.
because
Got it.
we're trying to keep. I'm sorry, Vice President, but you've had more time than she's had so far.
News against President Donald Trump regarding movement of our armed forces.
I'm sorry, Vice President.
Yes. In the United States Marine Corps, my son-in-law is deployed in the United States Navy. I can assure all of you, his sons and daughters serve in our military. President Donald Trump expects that with years,
Oh, wow.
all of us who serve in our armed forces, and any suggestion of that ridiculous.
Vice President,
I'll give him 4 seconds.
I did not create the rules for tonight.
I'm gonna give Christian. I'm gonna send my guys deep now.
These are the rules for tonight's debate with the Commission on President Debates. I'm here to enforce them. which
Let's get
involves
it.
moving from one topic to another, giving roughly equal time to both of you, which is what I'm trying very hard to do. So I want to go ahead and move to the next topic, which is an important one, as the last topic was, and that is the Supreme Court. On Monday, the Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to open hearings on Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court. Senator Harris will be there as a member of the committee. Her confirmation would cement the court's conservative majority and make it
right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Adrian Peterson, 76 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
Alright, let's get it now. Anyone watching this? Wow. It was a good game, really.
It's explainable. Because history records that Joe Biden actually opposed the raid against Osama bin Laden. It's absolutely essential that we have a commander-in-chief who do not hesitate to act to protect American lives and to protect American service members, and that's what you have in President Donald Trump. Now, with regard
Let's
to
get
the
it.
Supreme Court of the United States, let me say President Trump and I could not be more enthusiastic.
Okay, I'm gonna go send this all beach cross.
Become justice in the country.
And I'm gonna say a cover 3 sky.
And she will bring a lifetime of experience and a sizable American family to the Supreme Court of the United States. And our hope is, in the hearing next week, unlike Justice Kavanaugh received with treatment from me and others, that we hope she gets a fair hearing. And we particularly hope that we don't see the kind of
I'm actually gonna show Blitz, and I'm gonna go
Christian
here.
faith that we saw before. The Democrat chairman of the Judiciary Committee before, when Judge Barrett was being
We like this.
expressed concern that the dogma of her faith lived loudly in her. It could be Illinois said that it was a concern. Senator, I know one of our judicial nominees you actually attacked because they were a member of the Catholic Knights of Columbus, just because the Knights of Columbus holds pro-life views.
Thank you, Vice President.
So my point is that when the hearing takes
We like
place,
this.
Thank you, Vice
We're fine with it. I haven't really been showing Blitz yet. I don't want to show Blitz. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to show Blitz yet. I don't want to show like I'm gonna Blitz out of the gate.
Let me ask you a parallel question to the one I posed to the Vice President. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, what would you want California to do? Would you want your home state to enact no restrictions on access to abortion? And you have 2 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna wait right now. I'm gonna go send another heater. I'm gonna go jam him up.
People think, and it's insulting to suggest that we would knock anyone for their faith. And in fact, Joe, if elected, will be only the second practicing
Let's get it. We're covering up a lot.
On the issue of this nomination,
Yeah, I just like practice.
Joe and I are very clear, as are the majority of the American people. We are 27 days before the decision about who will be the next president of the United States. And, you know, before when this conversation has come up, you know, it's been about election year.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna take Parks, and I'm gonna come right here.
Over 4 million people have voted.
Nicole Roby Coleman.
People are in the process of
I got him throwing a bat throw.
right now. And so Joe has been very clear, as the American people are. Let the American people fill that seat in the White House, and then we'll fill that seat on the United States Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
The issues before us couldn't be more serious. There's the issue of choice, and I will always fight for a woman's right to make a decision about her own body. It should be her decision and not that Donald Trump and the Vice President.
Alright, let's go out and out. Let's go grab.
Before the court. It's the Affordable Care Act. Literally in the midst of a public health pandemic, when over 210,000 people have died and 7 million people probably have what will be in the future considered a pre-existing condition because you contracted the virus. Donald Trump is in court right now trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act.
Let's get
And
it.
I've said it before, and it bears repeating. This means that there will be no more protections if they win for people with pre-existing conditions. This means that over 20 million people will lose your coverage. It means that if you're under the age of 26, you can't stay on your parents' coverage anymore. And here's the thing. The contract couldn't be more clear. They're trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Joe Biden is saying, let's expand coverage. Let's give you a choice of a public option or private coverage. Let's bring down the premiums. Let's lower Medicare eligibility to 60.
Thank you, Senator.
That's true leadership.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Vice President Pence, that the president was committed to maintain protections for people with pre-existing conditions. But you do have this court case that you are supporting, your administration is supporting, that would strike down the Affordable Care. The president says, President Trump says that he's going to protect people with pre-existing conditions, but he has not explained how he would do that. And that was one of the toughest nuts to crack when they were passing the Affordable Care Act. So tell us specifically, how would your administration protect Americans with pre-existing conditions to have access to affordable insurance if the Affordable Care Act is struck down?
Well, thank you, Susan. But let me just say, addressing the very first question, I couldn't be more proud to serve as Vice President to a president that stands without apology for the sanctity of human life. I'm pro-life. I don't apologize for it. Another one of those cases.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. This game is looking pretty nice.
Taxpayer funding of abortion all the way up to the moment of birth. Late-term abortion. We want to increase funding to Planned Parenthood.
This run game was really what his defense
on the Supreme Court of the United States. But we'll continue to stand strong for that right. When you speak about the Supreme Court, though, I think the American people really deserve an answer, Senator. Are you and Joe Biden going to pack the court if Judge Amy Barrett is confirmed? I mean, there have been 29 vacancies on the Supreme Court.
And now we're going to send up what's out of this.
Presidents have nominated in all 29 cases. But your party is actually openly advocating adding seats to the Supreme Court, which has had 9 seats for 150 years, if you don't get your way. This is a classic case of if you can't win by the rules, you're going to change the rules. Now, you refuse to answer the question. Joe Biden has refused to answer the question. So I think the American people would really like to know, if Judge Amy Coney Barrett is confirmed with the Supreme Court of the United States, are you and Joe Biden, if somehow you win this election, going to pack the Supreme Court to get your way?
I'm so glad we went through a little history lesson. Let's do that a little more. In 1864...
Well, I'd like you to answer the question.
Yes, Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. In 1864,
wow.
One of the, I think, political heroes, certainly as a president, I assume if you also, Mr. Vice President, is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was up for re-election. And it was 27 days before the election. And a seat became
Let's get it. That's not really a big deal.
Abraham Lincoln's party was in charge, not only of the White House, but the Senate. But Honest Abe said it's not the right thing to do. The American people deserve to make the decision about who will be the next president of the United States. And then that person can select who will serve for a lifetime on the highest court of our land. And so Joe and I are very clear. The American people are voting right now. And it should be their decision about who will serve on this most important body for a lifetime.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Right now, they'd like to know if you and Joe Biden are going to pack the Supreme Court if you don't get your way in this nomination.
Let's talk about that.
Once again, you gave a non-answer. Joe Biden gave a non-answer.
My answer, you know.
People deserve a straight answer. And if you haven't figured it out yet, the straight answer is they are going to pack the Supreme Court if they somehow win this election. Men and women, I got to tell you, people across this country, if you cherish the Supreme Court, if you cherish the separation of powers, you need to reject the Biden-Harris ticket. Come November the 3rd, you elect President Donald Trump, and you stand by that separation of powers.
Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Bengals 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
The tackle made by Brandon Graham. And it's third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Going deep down. It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Complete.
John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Bengals 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
They are not ready for us.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Taken down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in there. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To
John Ross, 83 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
I'll do this for free.
Hey, let's get it now. We just need to get yards. I just need yards right now. I really just need yards. My running game.
Improving public safety and supporting our African American communities, all of our minorities, under President Trump's leadership, always stay with law enforcement and will do what we desperately want to do, improve the lives of African Americans, record unemployment, record investments in education, and the fight for school choice for all of Americans.
Senator Harris.
I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President on what it means to enforce the laws of our country. I'm the only one on the stage who was personally prosecuted.
There you go.
I'm the only one on the stage who was prosecuted the big banks for taking advantage of America's homeowners. I'm the only one on this stage who prosecuted the private colleges for taking advantage of our veterans. And the reality of this is that we are talking about an election in 27 days, where last week the President of the United States took a debate stage in front of 70 million Americans and refused to condemn white supremacists.
Did you just say anything?
And
Did you just say
it wasn't like he didn't have the chance. He didn't do it, and then he doubled down. And then he said, when
We'll throw this behind. And now let's go. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. The good one's gonna get open or high tower. Nah, it's high tower.
He called Mexicans
Really nice throw.
rapists and criminals. He instituted as his first act a Muslim.
Let's get it.
He on the issue of Charlottesville, where people were peacefully.
I'm just gonna run this clock down to like 15. Probably.
Justice, where a young woman was killed, and on the other side of the neo-Nazis carrying tiki torches, shouting racial epithets, anti-Semitic.
Now I can probably come out.
There were fine people on both sides. This is who we have as the President of the United States, and he
Now I'm gonna get this.
White supremacy or anything outside of that.
And the fact that we have so much more time than what separates us.
I like this. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna run the clock.
Appreciate that very much. You know, I think that's one of the things that makes people dislike the media so much is that you selectively edit, just like Senator Harris did, comments that President Trump and I and others on our side of the aisle made. Senator Harris conveniently admitted after the President made comments about people on either side of the debate over monuments, he condemned the KKK, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists, and has done so repeatedly. You're concerned that he doesn't condemn neo-Nazis. President Trump has Jewish grandchildren. His daughter and son-in-law are Jewish. And this is a president who respects and cherishes all of the American people. But you talk about having personally prosecuted. I'm glad you brought up your records.
Thank you.
But I really need to make this point. When you were DA in San Francisco, when you left office, African Americans were 19 times more likely to be prosecuted for minor drug offenses.
Hey, it's suggested. I'm gonna go for it.
When you were Attorney General of California, you increased the disproportionate.
I think he's one of Poke Coleman right here.
Blacks in California. You did nothing.
We're gonna go to bubble. Where's my bubble screen? So if I'm right here, this is gonna be a dub. I have a good one if I need it. We'll have Sanders.
Thank you, sir.
Bingo. That's a dub.
More important issue than the final issue that we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, that's
and
normal.
the issue of the election itself.
He attacked my right there. I would like not to.
Let me give you 30 seconds because we're running out of
I
time.
appreciate that. First of all, having served as the Attorney General of the state of California, the work that I did is a model of what a nation needs to do, and we will be able to do under a Joe Biden presidency. Our agenda includes what...
I have one more play. I'm just trying to get a couple
it will
yards.
be about not only instituting a ban on chokeholds and carotid bulls, not only...
Thank you, Senator.
I would like to go through...
These are points that you made earlier in the hour, and I want to talk about the election itself before we have to...
But I want to talk about the connection between what Joe and I...
That's my last play.
Which includes, I was the first...
Let's get it. Yeah. I'm gonna come back out and I'm gonna go special teams.
There will be a training for law enforcement on implicit bias because yes, Joe Biden and I recognize that implicit bias does exist, Mr. Vice President, contrary to what you may believe. We did the work of instituting reforms that were about investing in reentry. This is the work that we have done and the work we will do going forward. And again, I will not be lectured by the Vice President on our record of what we have done in terms of law enforcement and keeping our community safe and a commitment to reforming the criminal justice system of management.
Thank you, Senator Harris.
Yeah, that's a good game.
First, I'd like you to respond first to the question on off time.
I'll check some stats out.
President
Yeah, I'm gonna
Trump
check some
said Trump
stats.
refused to commit himself to a peaceful transfer of power after the election. If your ticket wins and President Trump refuses to accept a peaceful transfer of power, what steps would you and Vice President Biden then take? What would happen next? You have 2 minutes.
So I'll tell you, Joe and I are particularly proud of the coalition that we've built around our campaign. We probably have one of the broadest coalitions of votes that you've ever seen in the presidential race. Of course, we have the support of Democrats, but also independents and Republicans. In fact, 7 members of President George W. Bush's cabinet are supporting our ticket. We have the support of Colin Powell, Cindy McCain, John Kasich, over 500 generals, retired generals, and former national security experts and advisors are supporting our campaign. And I believe they are doing that because they know that Joe Biden has a deep, deep...
Yeah, this was a good game. I couldn't stop Ross. Ross was just burning me over the top. You can check that. Ross probably had a really good game.
And so
Jalen Rager though, man, that was the guy who was burning for me. Good one didn't do much for me right now. Didn't do much today. I saw the run game, and yeah, Peterson and Sanders. This is what one game. Godwin had like 26 yards. I like that. In passing, look at this. Hurts had like 45. It's a really good game.
And it is within our power, and if we use our vote and we use our voice,
yeah, let's get it. A 42-point
and we
game.
will not let anyone subvert our democracy with what Donald Trump has been doing as